AM/FM Talkback.
Hi, I'm Steve Hamley, and welcome back to the line where you can talk back with your comments about London's radio. Last time we were asking, what do you remember most about radio in the 80s?
I'd just like to say that since starting to listening to pirate radios, I found the biggest one that has been incredible is RMI, which is around about 105.6 in the London area. It has an incredibly new format. It's not really a pirate radio as such, the fact that he's not on very much, only sort of late at night. But what he does for a reason, and I think that is something really worth listening to. It's really good fun. Besides, he swears a lot, but that's beside the point. Anyway, Happy New Year. Bye.
Well, Tim in Harrow. Over the last 2 years, I think Thameside Radio, the Dave Birdman show, was probably the best event, certainly in the free radio world. It was witty, original, and different. It's a great shame that they had to close down due to some very heavy DTI interference. But definitely the prize should go to Dave Birdman. Thanks.
It's a great shame Dave hasn't been heard on the airwaves recently. Here's someone else who booked a station from the early 80s.
Yeah, this is George here from Tooting. One of the best things I remember during 1980s is SLR, not the Soul station, South London radio. Great stuff, great shows on there, and it's a shame it had to die. But unfortunately, such is life, eh? Anyway, the other stations I, really used to get into, Laser 558, terrific station. Shame they had to go. Terrific ideas, Americanisms and that. It was really good. Well, I'm glad to see Atlantic 252 is sort of like coming along those sort of lines. Anyway, great. Thanks very much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone there, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
I think probably Laser 558 had the biggest impact on radio in the 80s. Its ideas have been ripped off by most independent stations in the UK. London's radio has had another influence, though.
Yeah, this is Alan from Wanstead. Just like to say a few points. Firstly, I'd like to say, basically remembering JFM back in the old days. I remember actually listening to JFM one evening, listening to a DJ called Steve Jackson, I believe, and he was going to have the Mastermind Roadshow on when JFM got busted, and as far as I know, JFM never returned to the air after that, so there you go. Also, I'd just like to say that with KISS getting a licence, don't you think that it's really a fitting memorial to stations like JFM and Horizon, who are probably really the pioneers of the soul music station as we know it today. So full marks to JFM and Horizon for the early days, and let's not forget to really put KISS where they are now. That's about it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone.
And let's not forget Radio Invicta as well. As far as I know, that was the last time JFM broadcast. Several of its more innovative DJs, including Gordon Mack, later turned up on KISS. What I'd like to know is, will KISS FM be so innovative now they've got a licence? Or will they end up sounding just like another mini Capital Radio, rather like WNK has done? Now, who gets the prize of £20 worth of record tokens? This time I think it has to go to Alan, if you get back to us with your address. Remember, the best message in the next talkback could win you a £10 record token. On the last talkback, Ron from Sidcup had a question.
I'd like to know why the current trend in London's pirate radio stations is all to switch off in a great panic as soon as one station goes down, such as Reflections Radio switching off the other week because Centre Force to Sunrise got busted.
Quick as a flash, came back the reply.
Yeah, I'm from Reflection Radio, and the reason why we switched off a couple of weeks ago because Centre Force and Sunrise got busted is because Steve, our engineer, couldn't build us another transmitter in time. That's it.
So now you know. We'll return with more of your talkback messages in 2 weeks.
Copyright 2025 AM/FM.